The world's most powerful women. The biggest bedroom buzzkills. Healthy habits that are actually making you sick. Good morning to you and welcome to Life Love Shopping. I'm Andrea Jackson.
And I'm Rachel Kay.
You probably know people who are allergic to bees or maybe shellfish, but have you ever heard of a shoe allergy? Shoe addiction, yes. Allergy, no, not really. Here are 3 strange allergies explained. You're allergic to beer. The horror! Imagine ordering a pint, taking a sip and feeling your skin flush, your nose start to run and your heart pound, yet you are allergic to a type of protein called LTP found in barley. This affects about 1% of the population. How about this one? You're allergic to shoes.
Don't say.
I know. Contact with leather causes itchy or swollen skin, rashes, blisters, or a burning sensation. The culprit, it's a type of formaldehyde resin used to treat manufactured leather. Roughly 1 in 500 people are allergic. And how about this one? You're allergic to money. If touching coins causes a skin rash, bumps, itching, or dry skin resembling a burn, you are allergic. Dermatologists believe it's hereditary. Roughly 6% of men and 10% of women suffer from nickel allergies.
Is your love life lukewarm? Good, but not fireworks? Well, Redbook offers up these 5 common bedroom habits that could be to blame. Starting with little bedfellows. Reserve those snuggle fests for mornings and keep your kids out at night. You need to make time for your relationship too. Anti-social media. All right, most of us are guilty of going to bed with our Facebook friends and Twitter followers, both literally and figuratively. Well, log out. They will be there when you wake up to tell you all about how much they don't want to go to work today. And over accessibility, we're all constantly connected. Unless you have a legitimate reason to be on call, like a doctor, step away from the mobile devices.
Yes, big time.
Yeah, and then serious talks in bed. Save all heavy convos for daylight hours outside of the bedroom. And lastly, too much good TV. Keep the DVR outside the bedroom and set limits on TV watching just right after, of course, this episode of Life Love Shopping.
Yes, of course. Now, I think when it comes to keeping the TV out of the bedroom, you should also keep your iPhone or your laptop or your computer out of the bedroom as well, because when you're texting in bed, you might as well be in bed with 3 or 4 other people, because that's what's happening.
You don't need to have that conversation right then and there. Those people are going to be there in the morning and you can deal with it later. What's really that pressing?
Yeah, sometimes I wonder if people feel addicted. Well, we know they can be addicted to their phones, but sometimes they have an addiction to feeling needed. So they want to be available at any particular time to solve whatever crisis comes their way. But when it comes to shopping, there are items worth investing in, like a little black dress or great jeans. But on the flip side, here's some things that you should never pay for. Books. You can go to the public library, people. Look for free ebooks too. And if you want a good deal on a book, shop at yard sales. How about 411 information services? For those of you still dialing 411 and incurring ridiculous charges, call 1-800-FREE-411. They offer the same information in exchange for listening to a few short ads. And your credit report. It'll cost you to pay the bills, but it won't cost you a dime to stay on top of your credit history. Under federal law, annualcreditreport.com is the only authorized source for a free yearly credit report from the 3 major credit bureaus, and free Wi-Fi. So many public places offer free Wi-Fi hotspots. Local Starbucks, the bookstore, subway stations, and even some public parks.
And we don't ever need a reason to go shopping, but if you're feeling a little guilty and looking for an excuse, Glamour has 6 really great ones. Number 6, you're really in a bad mood and you just freaking want a new dress, okay?
It happens, yes.
The next one is, got to the movie theater an hour early. Whoopsie, have to go shopping. You have to jog somewhere. Why not jog to H&M? And those poor salespeople, they get too lonely. They need a friend. And you're supposed to dress for the job you want, and you just decided you want a new job as CEO of a fashion company. Time for those Gucci shoes. And number 1 reason to go shopping, your boyfriend or husband deserves to be tortured just a little.
You may recognize her as Thelma, Dottie, or even Eleanor Little. We're talking about Academy Award winner Geena Davis. She's now taking on the role of an icy, attractive doctor in the A&E thriller Coma.
If there was a method that would bring an end to heart disease, lung disease, should we pursue it?
Of course.
What if it involved testing on human subjects?
Please welcome Miss Geena Davis. Good morning, Geena.
Good morning, Andrea. Thank you.
Coma is based on the novel by Robin Cook. Tell us about your character and what made you want to be a part of the project.
Well, I get to play the head of psychiatry at this hospital in question, where something very disturbing is going on, and I may or may not be involved in the disturbing happenings. Basically, the idea is you don't want to have surgery at this hospital because you may find yourself in a coma at the end of it. So, so it's exciting. It's a kind of a spooky and mysterious thriller.
It's wonderful to see A-list actors like yourself come to television. It's kind of an exciting new time, don't you think?
It is. You know, that whole boundary of making a distinction between TV and movies is just gone. Some of the best opportunities are on television these days.
And you've reunited with Ridley Scott, who directed you in Thelma and Louise for Coma. Tell us about working with him again.
Oh gosh, you know, we had such an incredible time making the movie. It was really one of the high points of my life. So that was extra appealing as far as being a part of this production was that I would get to 21 years later work with Ridley again.
Wow. Now, while we're talking about Thelma and Louise, Lindsay Lohan took to Twitter saying she wants to star in a remake of the movie with Jennifer Lawrence. Do you care to comment? What do you think about that?
What a great idea.
That's a very diplomatic answer. On our show, Life, Love, Shopping, we like to ask our big celebrity guests 3 questions. The first one about life. What is your biggest life lesson?
The thing that I sort of try to live by is the idea that if a person can do it, I can do it. In other words, that all of us have the capability to do a lot of different things in us, and it's just a matter of tapping into it and not cutting off parts of yourself, like saying, oh, I'm not mechanical, or I'm not technical, or things like that, or I'm not creative. I think everybody has all that in them if they're just willing to tap into it.
And when it comes to love, what's your greatest love?
I'm really, really passionate about women and girls and advocating for them, for their empowerment and status, and that's something that I spend a great deal of time doing.
And when it comes to shopping, what's your favorite thing to shop for, and where do you love to shop?
You know, I have to admit, eBay.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah, you know, I like to shop online, and I belong to some of those clubs, you know, where you get the discount and you have to check in the morning what's on there. But I also love eBay, because anything you need is going to be on there.
Very true. Gina Davis, thank you so much. Coma premieres Labor Day, September 3rd, and concludes Tuesday, September 4th on A&E.
Do you snoop through your husband's text messages or rummage through your boyfriend's closet? The good news is that spying on your significant other is apparently totally normal. A new online dating survey found more than 30% of respondents said they'd be fine spying on their significant other's emails, texts, and browsing history. 37% said spying is acceptable if bad behavior is suspected. And then more women than men said spying was just no big deal. 36% of 18 to 34-year-olds said snooping is fine. 26% of adults over 55 think spying is okay. I don't think you should have to spy on your significant other. I think if you have enough trust in the relationship, you shouldn't be having to worry about checking text messages.
I've always heard the saying, like, if you have to ask them, you already know the answer.
That's a good rule.
So if you're already snooping, you know something's up. Then you don't need confirmation. And also, you know, if you're looking at something that you shouldn't be looking at, it's none of your business.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then you don't need, have to call cheaters. And like, if you suspect something, I guess you could do that.
You could, yes. Have your whole life displayed for everyone, including grandmother, to see.
No. Well, wondering how your sun sign cares to spend its time away from the office?
Take a few cues from the stars and make the most of your next day off. If you're a Cancer, on their day off, Cancers like to simply stay at home. Sound dull? Not to the crab homebodies that they are. You'll find them in the kitchen baking pies and marinating chicken legs for their next big barbecue.
Is that true for you?
Not true. I'm a Cancer. I am a homebody, but I do not cook.
You don't cook.
So you would not find me at home marinating chicken legs.
Takeout.
No. Yeah, the way I cook is I dial Antonio's.
There you go.
That's how it works.
All right, the Leo, the dramatic lion is likely to take their partner to the theater on their day off. The tickets are generous Leo's treat, and seats are, of course, front row and center.
Now, you're a Leo.
Yeah, I'm a Leo. I do like to go out and have a good time.
Very social.
Yeah, I'm very social and like that. And then one of our producers, Amy, she's a Virgo, and the industrious Virgo might just use their day off to get a bit of extra cleaning done. There's nothing like the feeling of standing in the middle of a freshly scrubbed kitchen, and Amy says that she really does enjoy doing that.
I'm calling Amy.
Yes,
next
she can
time.
clean our house.
When she's bored. To find out what your sign says, head over to our website, lifeliveshopping.com.
Do you make more money than your husband or boyfriend? It's becoming increasingly common to see women as breadwinners, but that's leaving the role of their husband in flux. That's why Dr. Dawn DeLavalade, and author of forthcoming book, She Makes More Inside the Minds of Female Breadwinners, is with us this morning. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, this is great news, right?
Yes,
Props to
it
women
is.
for
Yes.
making more, but we don't want the husbands feeling left out. So how can we make them feel important?
Well, female breadwinners can help their husbands in several ways. One of those is to help him understand that his financial contribution to the marriage can greatly outweigh his earned income. He can do that intellectually by establishing himself as a financial leader in the marriage.
Okay. No matter what. No matter who makes them.
Exactly. Develop a sound financial plan for the family, monthly budget, college savings, retirement, and help the family stay on track.
And then fiscally as
Yes.
well, right?
From a fiscal standpoint, he can see that money as seed money, the combined income of the household. Even if she makes the lion's share, see it as a starting point, and he should challenge himself to help surplus funds grow over the life of the marriage. Investments, real estate, entrepreneurship, he helps the family reach a place of greater financial footing.
All right, and there's this quote I love. The man is the head of the house, but the woman, she's the next. So we can make men sort of, how do we make them think that this situation is actually something gained for him? Because it really is.
My husband lost his job in the recession. I encouraged him to follow his passion and develop a small business. So he now owns a company that provides upscale golf travel and event planning services. So he has gained a greater sense of fulfillment in his own life, and he has created a new path of revenue for our family.
And you didn't boss him around, right?
No, I provided him the opportunity to do that.
Exactly, that's the difference. Then they hear you, right?
Yes, exactly.
And then the last thing is, of course, we want our men to feel like men. We want our strong men to be men. How do we express that to them?
Well, the female breadwinners that I interviewed for my book, all of them want their husbands to maintain their position as head of household.
Right.
They don't want to be the leader. Some men relinquish that role because they think that's what we want, but it's not. He should provide sound leadership through actions and not words.
Actions and not words for all the men watching. Yes. This is how it works. Thank you so much, Dawn. That's really great advice. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
For more on her book and how to pre-order it, we will, of course, link you up on lifeloveshopping.com.
Still more to come here on Life Love Shopping. Some healthy habits might be making you sick. Find out which ones next. And the skinny on how your favorite celeb mommies lose that baby weight so fast. And in honor of some of our favorite TV shows, we're showing you their awesome floor plans. Here's Carrie's apartment floor plan from Sex and the City. Welcome back to Life Love Shopping. You may think you're doing yourself a favor with these healthy habits, but they may be doing the opposite. You bypass burgers for those big salads. Choosing a big bowl of leafy greens over that greasy burger is a great idea until you drown it in the ranch dressing, the croutons, the cheese, and the other high-calorie toppers. You down decaf all day. Well, you may be drinking less caffeine, but some researchers have tied 4 cups of decaf a day to an increased risk of rheumatoid arthritis. And you perch over public toilets. Squatting seems like the smart idea, but catching something from a toilet seat is not proven. Squatting also has a major downside. The position might prevent you from fully emptying your bladder, a problem that can lead to painful problems. Just use the toilet liners.
Sweet tooth or not, sugar is in so much of what we eat. The average American consumes 22 teaspoons of sugar a day. That's 355 calories. There is a way, though, to cut that out of your diet without losing the sweet part. Ben Fleischer of Pure Brands is here to show us how. Welcome.
Rachel, thank you for the invitation.
Yes, so tell us about how stevia is the best alternative for sugar.
Well, essentially, just to cut right to the chase, there's artificial sweeteners on the market that are not good for you. There's more and more studies out there about these negative effects. So stevia is essentially the natural, and we have an organic solution to those chemicals on the market.
And it actually has health benefits too, right? For people with diabetes, they can use this product.
Yep, it's a sugar-free, no glycemic product. So for diabetics, it's a wonderful solution that's natural and organic again.
How can we incorporate a stevia or your product Pure into our everyday foods? Would you use the same amount of this product as you would sugar in the recipe?
Well, part of this product is all about making it user-friendly for moms or anyone who wants to bake for that matter. So if you want to cut 50% of the calories and 50% of the sugars, you just measure really cup for cup. That's what makes it very user-friendly, and we use our organic stevia as the sweetening solution with that product.
And then do the chocolate chip cookies taste like Mom's? Do they still taste the same?
Very, very close. You can use it in coffee, you can use it in tea, you can use it in cocktail. Well, stevia is 350 times the sweetness of sugar. So it is a high intensity sweetener. So you have to figure out ways to cut that sweetness level down to, roughly 3 to 1.
Okay.
So what we do is we actually use organic agave inulin, which is a fiber and a probiotic. So each packet actually provides 4% of your daily fiber, as well as probiotic, which aids in digestion. So it's a really good product for you.
Sugar with lots of health benefits.
You
and
got it.
No calories, no carbs, no sugar. Doesn't add anything to your diet, right?
Correct.
All right, thank you so much, Ben. You can find these recipes on our website, lifeloveshopping.com.
Shedding baby weight is not easy for women, but for A-list celebs, apparently it is. Jessica Reyes from our news partner, The Daily Buzz, has the skinny. Good morning, Jess.
That's right, ladies. Well, it's a beautiful thing to bring a baby into this world, but getting that weight off can become harder than planned. But somehow celebrities have mastered it, and we start off with Miss Beyonce, who reportedly gained over 50 pounds during her pregnancy. But now, how did she drop all that weight? Well, 3 months after giving birth, the 30-year-old lost an incredible amount of lbs, and she says they had her on the treadmill, and she ate lettuce all day. I don't know about that. Up next is one who's been bashed by the media for what some considered gaining too much weight during pregnancy. But hey, who makes that call and what's appropriate, right? Jessica Simpson gained 50 pounds just like Beyonce, but with a weight loss endorsement. Feels the pressure to get rid of the pounds quicker. Her strategy? She made everyone around her join Weight Watchers as well. And last but not least is one who I'm sure has great genes to thank for dropping the lbs so fast. Victoria Beckham. She has 4 kids and still manages to stay thin only months after having a baby. I know. What in the world does she do? Well, according to Vic, she breastfed, worked out 7 days a week, and ate healthy. And that's your buzz. Catch me weekday mornings on The Daily Buzz.
Leave it to the celebrities to lose weight.
Was Beyonce really pregnant? I think that's how she lost it so fast.
I think so too.
That's
it's a miracle.
Baby bump. It's a miracle.
Poof. Here's a baby. All right, from celebrities to heads of state, Forbes names the most powerful women in the world.
Find out who made the cut and why, coming up next.
Welcome back to Life Love Shopping. There are lots of powerful women to look up today. Let's ask Beyonce what she thinks.
Who run the world? Girls, girls. Who run the world? Girls, who run the world?
And you better believe that. Forbes is out with its annual list of 100 most powerful women in the world. The Queen Bee herself is number 32. Here is the rest of the list of top honors. The blue ribbon goes to Angela Merkel, the German Chancellor. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton wins the red ribbon, while the President of Brazil, Dilma Rousseff, comes in third, followed by Melinda Gates and the editor of the New York Times, Jill Abramson. First Lady Michelle Obama placed 7th, while Oprah landed at number 11. The annual Forbes list list of the world's 100 most powerful women is ranked by how much money they control, their media presence, and impact.
This athlete routinely tops Forbes' list of best paid female athletes. Hello, $27.9 million, Maria Sharapova, and $22 million of those dollars are from off-court endorsements. Her latest happens to be a very sweet deal. While doing some research on her love of gummy candy, she discovered there was a major lack of brand awareness. Fast forward 2 years, and she now has her very own line of Lux candy called Sugarpova. The candy campaign debuted in New York a week prior to her hitting the court for her campaign to win another U.S. Open title.
Super cute name. Sweet
yeah,
name.
Sugarpova.
That's cute.
Yes. Well, here at Life Love Shopping, we want to connect with you. When we're not on TV, you can stay in touch by liking our Facebook page and see what's coming up on tomorrow's show. You can also follow and tweet us on Twitter at Life Love Shop.
Thanks for joining us today. We're here on WeTV every weekday morning.
Good.
Have a great day.